Hi, and a very good afternoon to all of you. I would like to thank and welcome everybody for registering for this session and joining the webinar. So, this webinar today is about the hardest working employee in the IT, and that is the smart locker. Thank you for gracing this webinar with your precious presence. And I am Dhanya Shetty. I'm a part of AI Smart Workplace Services at Techies. So, to begin with this webinar today here, one of the most important and frequently asked question again and again by business leaders and IT professionals is that how do we make our workplace productive and more efficient? How can we slow down bottlenecks? That is the questions that we get to hear every time. And the good news is here at Techies, that's what we help you solve here. And from the past 14 years, we techies have been actively participating in helping out our clients or business organizations to implement, modify, deploy, and also simplify their workplace in such a way that they can make it more efficient, more feasible, and convenient for them and as well as their employees. And to dive deep into this, our scale talks to itself. Like we had already made 1,000 plus and served 1,000 plus happy clients, delivered 5,000 plus successful projects, and also actively moving forward with about 4,500 and plus skillful technical supporters. We techies have also have 135 plus geographical locations and serving many countries. We have also extended our global outreach towards bringing technical support and management. So, to dive deep into our services at Techies, we provide many services and make available to our customers digital workplace services, clouds, DevOps, field AI, Gen AI, cybersecurity, and managed IT services, IT support, application development and modifications, along with global procurement and outreach. So, the main agenda or the main aim of our webinar today is how can the employees or how can we make our employees reach, interact, access the technologies daily and easily, and more importantly, whenever they feel that it is needed or whenever they meant it to be available. And for this, there is going to be a visual representation presented by our lead. And I would also like to mention that post visual representation, there will be a short question and answer session where you can come up with your questions, where you can come up with your opinions, and there will be polls for you to express your organization and your doubts or clarifications. So now I would like to welcome our lead of digital workplace services, Mr. Ramesh Kailasam, to present a visual representation of what we are and what our smart lockers and vending machines are truly about. Welcome to you, Ramesh, and over to you.
Thank you, Danya, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, one and all, and thanks for your time in joining the session. So today's topic, as Danya mentioned, right? Okay, let me introduce myself. So myself, Ramesh, and I lead the AI Digital Smart Workplace Service as part of Techies, and I have around close to around some 20 plus years of experience into various services and predominantly with the digital workplace services. And now that we are moving most of our focus into AI, so we are also concentrating in terms of bringing all our services with artificial intelligence perspective as well in terms of Gen AI and agentic AI as well. And the topic which we are going to see is about the self-service. I mean, the 24 by 7 autonomous service and fulfillment network, right? I believe this would be one of the important and the exciting topic where still, where even though we are in the AI era, there is still, we would like someone, to take support in terms of taking over a laptop or providing an accessory to an employee. So how can we reduce that, or how can we increase or enhance the experience of the end users? So that's the core of it, and that's the idea behind this. So that is what we are going to see today. As Dania mentioned, just an additional about Techies. Yes, we are headquarters with Charlotte and London, and we have our development centers in Chennai and Bangalore, right? And we also develop products in terms of AI, and we are one of the major service providers for most of the GSIs, and also supporting the direct lines as well, right? And with that said, let's deep dive into the topic for today about the autonomous service fulfillment network. So yeah, so what is the need? What is the need of why we are talking about this, right? So today's how the service desk or how the remote service desk or physical support, how it is working, right? So most of these stuffs are handled in terms of manual fulfillment, so which is a hidden cost or a hidden tax in your workplace. Assume it could be a smallest environment, or assume it could be a broader environment. Anywhere, if it is a laptop or a mobile, or even you want to a single panel or an adapter, which consumes some time, as in, like, if you have an ITSM tool, you are going to submit a ticket, and then that's going to get approved, and someone is going to take it, and then it is going to come to your desk. So that is going to consume some time. Also, we have to manpower. I mean, we have to provide the manpower in terms of supporting all your employees. It could be he or she might be working in a night shift or a day shift or an early day shift. So there is some concerns behind that. And so the end goal is the productivity shouldn't get affected, right? So that's the goal, and that is where we are trying to come up with this one. So with that said, yes, I have a beautiful deck, but again, I just wanted to show something visually, like how we are experiencing this and how we are actually doing this in Techies with a small visual representation. So I'm going to play you a video. So I would request each and everyone to have a view into this, and then we can have a mutual interaction between this video and what we are going to talk about, right? Yeah. Let me bring this video now.
Every minute an employee waits for a laptop, scanner, charger, or support engineer is lost productive time. Techies turns that wait into a secure, self-service experience available around the clock. 3 connected solutions make this possible. Digital smart lockers manage high-value, returnable assets. Intelligent vending machines dispense frequently needed items. Digital kiosks provide self-service, guided support, and access to a remote specialist. Here's the smart locker journey. A user requests a device through the service portal, Teams, or mobile workflow. The system validates entitlement, approval, and availability. A PIN, QR code, or corporate badge opens only the assigned compartment. The pickup or return is time-stamped and updates the asset and service record. The same flow supports new joiners, replacements, repairs, and lever return. With the vending machine, the employee selects an approved item on the touchscreen, such as a charger, headset, keyboard, battery, or adapter. After badge, QR, or PIN authentication, policy determines whether it is released immediately or sent for approval. The item is dispensed, the transaction is recorded, stock is reduced, and a replenishment alert can be triggered automatically. The digital kiosk becomes the assistance point. The user selects a service, scans a badge or asset code, and follows guided steps or connects to an AI assistant or remote engineer. When a physical item is needed, the approved workflow directs the user to the locker or vending machine, moving from diagnosis to fulfillment in one journey. In manufacturing, operators can collect rugged tablets, scanners, radios, or calibrated tools from lockers, receive batteries, PPE, and approved consumables from vending, and use the kiosk to view instructions or reach a remote expert. Every issue and return remains traceable. In retail and logistics, associates can replace failed POS peripherals, handheld scanners, mobile printers, or charged batteries before operations are interrupted. Faulty assets go back through the locker, while inventory and service records stay current. In healthcare, authorized staff can collect managed tablets, barcode scanners, and approved workplace supplies with identity-based tracking. In corporate offices, employees can collect a day one laptop, obtain accessories, exchange a failed device, or complete a secure return after hours. Behind the devices is a connected enterprise workflow. Techies can integrate with ITSM, identity, endpoint management, and asset platforms. Every request, approval, pickup, dispense, and return is governed, recorded, and visible through dashboards. Teceze turns every site into a secure 24/7 service and fulfillment point. Request, verify, collect, continue.
I hope this should have set the expectations of what we are bringing in and what kind of solution that we're talking about. So hopefully, we tried as much as possible in terms of bringing what are the ideas or the use cases in terms of using these devices here. And I'm proud to say, or I'm very happy to say that in Techies, in our Chennai, Bangalore offices, we have this concept which has been implemented, and our employees, they don't wait for any of their requests in terms of it could be a hardware request or it could be any other peripherals which has been waiting for. So we use these efficient and in an automated way in terms of serving our employees and the users as well. So with that said, let's talk about the platform. So what we are talking about, right? One is LockZ, VendZ, ConnectZ, and ManageZ, right? So what are these things? So as I mentioned, there are actually three different products. One is the digital smart locker is what we are talking about, and the other one is about the vending machine. The other one is about the digital kiosk, right? So what is a smart locker? So a locker is actually, our digital smart locker is actually a safe and secure cabinet which comes in a digital and an AI smart locker where you can store, save your laptops or say some precious kind of devices, which is high expensive devices into these lockers, and how these are managed, right? In terms of, I mean, these devices will be connected to your ITSM, ITSM portals and ITSM systems which you are using. It could be either ServiceNow or Zoho Desk or any kind of systems we have this capability to implement. In case if you don't have an ITSM systems also, these machines or devices can serve as an individual devices as well. So you can configure with whatever authorization methods you want, like it could be a multi-factor authentication or it could be a pin number or it could be a barcode, thumb impression, anything. We should be able to do that. So that's what we are calling it as LockZ, which is our premium product in terms of this self-service Z-Serve platform. And next one, what I'm going to talk about is the vending machines. So typically, if you'd have seen these vending machines, right? You could have seen in airports, malls, or in some areas where this will dispense your soft drinks, biscuits, chocolates, like that. But what if I have a vending machine in my office, right? In terms of providing you a USB thumb drive, or say like your laptop adapter, or a mouse, a keyboard. So how if I'm going to give you a vending machine in terms of manufacturing, and it's capable of holding all those devices. Is what we call it as intelligent vending machines. And next one is about the digital kiosk. Digital kiosk, we also call it as a digital self-service help desk or a service desk for the employees, where it also serves as a smart locker, also serves as a kiosk where the users can come over. It can actually serve as a tech bar or a tech cafe to the users, right? So they can come over there and they can place over the devices. They can get their support from either a virtual assistant or a physical assistant through our direct connectivity through either a KVM switch, or in case if the customers have invested in any of the tools like Intelema or go to whatever it is, we should be able to leverage that. By that said, the users can directly connect to the agents, right, and then get their problem sorted out. In case if they are not able to solve those problems, and if their work or if they are supposed to complete any steps in a minute, then they can immediately get access to the locker, keep the device, and then they can take a device back for their work, so that the production won't be affected, right? And then manage z is actually it's a backend stuff is what we are talking about. It is actually the intelligent layer or the engine which runs behind these systems. So it could be connected to your ITSM, CMDB, identity management, inventory, analytics, and everything, right? So basically, in an organization, how you handle your tickets, how you handle your requests, how you store your assets with asset ID, asset tag number. So everything can be monitored and everything can be updated instantly when you take a device from this device. So that's what we are enabling this. So so that's about what is these I mean, what are these products about, and how are we selling, or how are we providing this as a service to our customers.
Truly, that was a very wonderful visual representation, Ramesh. And I hope all the viewers, respective people in this webinar, were able to understand how we handle IT managed services, or how do we enhance our smart lockup and smart IT vending machines here in Techies. So, along with this, we would also like to know about how is your organization up to this. We would definitely like to keep this webinar interactive, and anyone can speak up about their organization, about how do they handle their smart lockers or vending machines if they are in their organization. You can just keep it a mutual interaction here. So anybody can come up with their opinions or share their idea of smart vending machines back in their organization.
Yeah, I think Danya, I think let's proceed with the presentation. I think we can take this Q&A by the last of this meeting. So let's proceed here,
Yeah,
considering the time,
okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, over to
So
you,
first
Ramesh.
one, yeah. First, I'm gonna slightly deep dive into it, as I have already conveyed about what are these devices. The first one is about the LogG, which is mostly the digital smart locker. So it is a secure automated device pick up and drop off, which is 24/7 accessible, and you don't need to worry about whether you need to place an engineer or not. So what are the areas which you can use this up? So one is about the request placement. For example, if you want to, I mean, if you're having a contractor who has joined in your company, right, and they are leaving at around 8 o'clock, so you don't need a IT person to go and collect it. So you can use these lockers in terms of giving those devices, and also taking the return of those devices into our into our database as well. So you can use in both these aspects. And then one is about the approval process. So anything and everything which is transacted or which is stored or returned with this locker, as I mentioned, this will have an tight integration with your ITSM systems, so that your CMDB will get updated. And the next part is about the instant locker access, wherein you can access it with any of your authentication methods. It could be your access codes, or it could be your PIN numbers, or using your ID cards, or in whatever methods in your company or in your organization which the IT team has been enabled. We should be able to leverage that, and we could be able to make it accessible to your employees. So what are the some of the core features, right? So some of the core features are managing the request, easy pickup and return, and then the lockers, which is powered, how we are powered and how we are protected, and how we are setting up this automated asset tracking. So these are some of the value adds which we are giving into your organization. And I strongly believe that the investment which we are making in these systems will return in terms of the end user experience, and as well as in terms of the manpower and serving these. I mean, definitely it is going to increase your MTTR and the CSAT as well. So that's what I feel. Um, and next one is about the intelligent IT vending machine. So as I already told you, IT vending machines are typically, in terms of holding your small set of devices like a USB drive or a camera or a mouse, keyboard, like that. So what typically happens is, if you go to a commercial vending machine, these commercial vending machines are designed in such a way it can hold only your, those kind of commercial products. But in terms of IT or in terms of any other sector, we design these products accordingly in terms of how we can safe and securely we can deliver these devices. Because lockers are something which you're going to tap in your authorization, and you're going to open the door and take those devices. But vending machines are something which will give your devices maybe in the bottom of the box where you can collect something like that. So our vending machines are designed in such a way, like, which we will include such that these products will be delivered to you in a secured way, right? So that's the other aspect of it. So as I mentioned, the dispensing method, like, keyboards, mouse, trackpads, headsets, 4K webcams, docks, chargers, cables. You can keep anything out of it. And then security, as I mentioned, you can integrate these lockers and vending machines with your multi-factor authentication, single sign-on methods. Either it could be Okta, Azure AD, anything it is, right? So and it has a tight integration with all your ITSM systems. So that's the whole flow of it. So how we are working is four thumb rules. One is employee requested and authorization. Like normally, nowadays most of the organizations have this automated JML method, joiners, movers, leavers. So authorize it, approve it, and then dispense this, and then update the ITSM systems. So that's it. Even it could be a morning 6 a.m. or it could be in the 10 a.m., 12 p.m. or in the midnight 2 a.m. So your worker or your vending machine is always ready to serve your employees. So next is about the Connexi, where I'm talking about the digital kiosk. So this is something exciting when we have created this concept, because mostly, yes, lockers are available in terms of giving your devices, right? Whenever you need, you can take a laptop, or whenever you need a loaner. Say like there is an executive user who needs, I mean, his laptop is broken, or something has happened and he needs some sort of an immediate immediate laptop to connect over to the presentation. So you don't need to wait for anything. You can just go over and connect these devices in the smart locker. But what if, if a locker comes up with you with an IT help desk engineer, right? But obviously we can have an IT help desk engineer everywhere we have a locker, right? So because your IT team could be sitting over in India or over in any of the regional locations, or any part of the global locations, right? So how can that be done? To reduce that complexity, or to enhance that, or to bridge that gap, what we are building is to have a kiosk in terms of coming up with a visual monitor or any kind of setup where we can integrate with the with your core systems. One example could be your KVM switches, the recent KVM switches, we can utilize it, or otherwise we can use Intel Emma, or the products like GoTo, TeamViewer, or Xerox. So I mean, in case if customer has invested in those products, we could be able to leverage that and we could get the benefit out of it. So we can definitely integrate with these products so that the users can directly connect to the IT team, wherein the IT team can take the complete control of the devices, starting from the booting until the device is restarting, right? So they should have the complete control of it. So meaning, like, if you want to even reinstall a device also, this should be possible in that way. So that's the concept, that's the way behind this in terms of bringing this concept. So these digital kiosks, in some cases, if they wanted to talk to them, they can virtually talk to them and understand. In case if your organization have a virtual assistant already deployed, yes, we could leverage that as your first level contact. And in case your virtual assistant is not able to solve it, it's going to your next level of support, yes, we can do that as well. So this is the concept behind that, and this is how we have built it. And in our Chennai Techies office, and this is one of the core thing which we have deployed to all our employees, where it is currently operational, and we are doing this now. Right, I think manual service desk versus techies automation, right? I mean, this is a short story of what are the differences between a manual service desk and how we are bridging that gap, and via techies automation. So average time to fulfillment, as I say, the MTTR, I mean, what is the minimum time that is required, and how we are going to get this automated. So I would say, definitely say, the improvement is, you don't deny that it could be mostly close to around 99% faster. And the cost per ticket, if you're raising a ticket, and what is the cost associated it, and what is your IT engineer is doing that in terms of preparation and giving to them, consider what is the cost which is paying to these engineers and everything. And definitely it is going to lower your cost in terms of the investment which you're applying on these devices. and the inventory tracking accuracy. So there is no manual interaction, or there is no manual entry in terms of your CMDB or your inventory systems. Everything is automated. The moment which you are taking over your device, or the moment where an employee is touching the authorization, the asset ID will be tracked, and then the asset ID will be mutually updated in your ITSM system. So it could be anywhere. I mean, whatever CMDB which you are using, we should be able to enable that. And as I mentioned, one core concept, one core important thing is about the availability. It is about 24 by 7, 365 days. So, right, you don't need to worry about um, whether this is going to get operational or it is not going to be operational. So it has be available 24 by 7 support for you. And we are proud to say, like, I mean, there is one differentiation. What I would like to talk about is techies, even though, yes, I mean, these products are completely manufactured by techies, meaning that we have our own facility to manage this, so that we are we are open in terms of customizing this product according to your needs, whether you have a factory, or you have a healthcare hospital, or it could be your retail industry, or it could be a outlet, anything, or it could be your IT environment. So we should be able to support all your requirements here. So the thing is, we just need to define what is your requirement and what is your need, and we are here to support in terms of customizing this product and delivering it to you. And we are, as a global supplier, as a we have a strong supply chain network, so we are already delivering, or we are already shipping these devices to multiple countries. So even the shipping, the supply chain will also be managed by techies. Right. So as I mentioned, right. So next one is about the vertical specific question. So it could be your corporates or BFSI, insurance, manufacturing, automobile industry, healthcare, pharma, retail, e-commerce, logistics. So everything. What if I'm giving you a device which can, which can provide you access to all kinds of industries? So we are not limiting it only to an IT industry, right? Even if you have a retail industry where it is a bookshop, right? You wanted to access what are the types of books which is high selling books in a locker, or in, say, in a vending machine, right, where the users can go and tap it and take their books whatever they want, and they want to pay it, right? Yes, we are ready to do that. And of course, we have done some similar kind of projects for our customers in terms of retail industries as well. So one I mean, it's going to be one platform, but in terms of customizable to multiple units and multiple verticals is what our advantage, right? So now let me tell you about how the business problem, or what is the business benefit out of it, right? So, for example, if it could be a digital workplace lead, or a CIO, what is most matters to him? So yes, we have a global team. Okay, he could be. I mean, the team could be sitting in near shore operations, or offshore, or based out of on site, right? So in terms of that, what is the most important thing which matters to a CIO? So it's an experience and what automation that we are brings in. So this is where techies products will come in picture, and we are here in terms of providing a complete self-service operating model, and thereby reducing a less walk-up dependency. So now I have seen in most of the companies, right, they have a typical walk-up desk, at least two walk-up desk in a floor, or say, like, if they are operating in 5 floors, there will be one walk-up desk. I mean, that walk-up desk will be specifically allocated in terms of replacing those devices or get some few actions corrected. So there will be some IT engineer who would be available round the clock to support all these requests and support, right? So what if you can place your digital kiosk there and serve it as your complete IT companion to all of your users, customers, and employees, right? They could easily verify it, and they could easily take it in a safe and secure way. So that's what the expectation, and that's what ZServe message is what we are coming up with. And a plant and store head in terms of manufacturing industry, or what is his expectation? His expectation should be like his employee should be working all the time. Where whoever a contractor or an employee who's visiting or coming to the plant, he should have all the tools, necessary tools and everything, so that his businesses become operational without any hindrance, right? So that is where our product will help them. like it could be a healthcare industry, or it could be retail, or it could be manufacturing, automobile industry. So everything we should be able to serve it, and the end time is you don't need to wait for anything. And in terms of procurement and supply chain, right? So what is that you are worrying? So stock control, the vendor consolidation. So what is my where is my stock is going? How the stock management is being happening, right? How many devices are sold, or how many devices has been taken? Are those devices are being updated in my inventory system? Is my inventory system is holding all my asset tags? The asset user mapping is done. I mean, is there a manual activity? So what if I'm going to come up and say like, no, you don't need to worry about anything. The moment you're going to take about laptop or any device which is part of our system, it's get instantly updated in your CMDB. So there is no manual process which is being taken in between these processes. Everything is automated and everything will be done and so. Even though if you're going to take these devices as a standalone devices, we have our own application, we have our own software which will be embedded to that, so that you can have all these assets and everything which has been updated and registered in our database, which anyone can go and take these reports and verify at any time. I mean, it is 100% audit ready as well. So HR operations, what they're going to worry about, it is about the user onboarding and offboarding. Consider companies like a manufacturing company, IT operations, what they do. So they might have like some contractors. I mean, they contractors or visitors who would be visiting their office on a daily basis. For example, if a visitor is coming, right? So what he needs to do, the moment he is entering in, he has to be productive, because we are paying them for 8 hours in a day, right? So for 8 hours, how can we make him productive? So the moment he is entering, just give him a PIN code and an authorization with his face or whatever he has, and let's authorize that and give him a laptop, right? So that he can sit in the premises, let him complete the work. And once it is done, you don't need to send any people to collect the device, or to disable the access or anything. They can just go to the kiosk, which is a self-explanatory. They can keep it over there, and then tap up the locker or a vending machine, whatever system they have used, and then yes, the job is done, right? So this is what we are bringing. And then the risk and compliance, as all these stuffs which you are talking about is, which will consolidate in one area, is about the risk and compliance. So how we are going to validate this risk and compliance about this identity, right? So whatever the identity which you're using in your organization, it is Assure ID, multi-factor authentication. If you want a facial recognition, or if you want a thumb impression, or let's say if you want to validate with a PIN code which has been supplied by your manager or your contractor, yes, we should be possible. We should be able to enable that, right? And facilities, as I mentioned, the visitor services, amenities. So everything is being handled in one place. And the one beautiful thing is, as I mentioned you don't need to limit this, as this is going to be only for your IT. So we yes, we are ready for IT services, and we are ready for non-IT services as well. Even it could be from anywhere, right? So next one is I'm going to talk about the our own techies facility, like how we are being developing these or manufacturing these products, right? So yes, we have a design and manufacture unit, okay, which is part of techies in India, where we create these devices, where we manufacture these devices, right? And then from there, we will use our supply chain network. We have a strong procurement and supply chain network which we are already serving to our existing customers, right? Globally across all the locations. So we leverage, or we take pride of our procurement and supply chain network, so that whatever the devices which has been manufactured according to the customer demand, we should be able to ship it with proper tracking to your facility without any issues. Okay, fine. So now I say like, okay, everything is done, shipping is done, everything is going on, I'm taking care. So what if I'm not able to pay this as a complete wholesome amount, or I'm not here to spend the complete capital expenditure here? Fine. We are also here to provide you in an operational expenditure basis as well, so that you don't need to spend your complete money in the beginning. I mean, like, you don't need to spend on your capitals, but you can also take it in your operational basis, so that you can validate how the systems performs in your organization and how this is benefiting your business, so that you can move into the capex model, wherein the complete maintenance, support, and everything will be provided by Techie's internal systems, right? By our experts who should be able to provide you instantly in case if there is any doubts. So since we have through our global network in anywhere, any across your locations, in case if there is a problem, we should be able to send an engineer on an immediate basis or an on-demand basis, such that they can come over to your place and then they should be fix it. So these are the advantages which I wanted to bring into the table, such that everything could be possible with these devices. And the more and more customizing and optimizing it according to your demand, I could definitely say, like, the investment which you are doing with these products, right? So that will not that will benefit you in a bigger cost. So six routes. So as I mentioned, one is about the direct enterprise sales. So through our Teceze channels, and then GSI white label in case, yes, Infosys companies like Infosys, HCL. If you want to do a GSI, say like it is our product. Yes, we are open to do that as well. And then OEM and dash bundle. So let's talk as a service. Okay, you take my service as a vending machine, or let's say a digital smart locker as a service, and you want to manage your complete end-to-end system. Say like if one of the devices being taken by a user, okay, I'm here to. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, sorry about that. So what I'm trying to say is, in case if you want to provide it as a service, right? So from a service-based perspective, this entire device could be managed as a service. In case if a laptop is being taken, or if the laptop is being provided, so if you want to refill those laptops, or if you want to refill those devices, right? In a way, we can take over those concepts as well, and we can deliver these devices as a service to you, so that you don't need to worry about what these services. I mean, you don't need to worry about, do you need to refill these devices, when you need to refill these stocks, how the stocks is maintained. So everything will be taken care by techies, and end of the day, you will be what you're getting is as a complete service without any delay in your production, right? So that's what. And then ITSM and workflow partners, as I mentioned, techies have a tight integration with the most of the ITSM partners, with like ServiceNow, Zoho, Desk, and everything. So it is a seamless integration with all the ITSM systems, right? And then inventory partners like IT distributors, anything through our supply chain network, we should be able to consume and we should be able to stock it as per your demand. Right. I think I've already covered this. So there are some 10 ways to buy it. So you can pick the model, whatever you want. So one is through capital expenditure purchase along with annual maintenance concept, or as I mentioned, as a service. So vending machine as a service, digital locker as a service, or kiosk as a service, or managed fulfillment service like an operational expenditure. So one monthly contract or quarterly contract like that, or paper transaction. So how many devices that you're consuming, so how many transactions which you're doing, so we can charge you accordingly. And then managed inventory, so how you can manage, I mean, in terms of managing your accounts or managing your assets, we can pay for that. And then as a DaaS model, so device as a service, which comes up with the device including fees, autopilot, and locker delivery, where we have a strong offshore service desk, and we have the nearshore service desk available across the core cities across the globe. So we can leverage that, and we can provide you that accessibility as well. And then pilots to scale, in terms of if you have a broader network, or if you want to do it as a pilot, yes, we can have into a discussion, and we can provide you as a pilot device, so that you can test it out and come back to us. And then seasonal or event rental, if you're doing an event, say like, or if you want to have these devices for 6 months, say like, some of the important event, or some of the important customer meetings, or anything which you are planning, yes, we can talk about that and do that. And white labeling partner model, you want these devices, but you can buy those devices from us, and you can sell it to your customers. And how can you do that in your name, or what do you want to do? Yes, we are open for that. And then outcome based, so whatever apart from this, if you have any concepts with you, and if you want to leverage, or if you want to talk about that, say like in a food industry, right? I mean, if you're serving, assume like McDonald's, okay, if you want to use these vending machines, or use these kiosk and lockers as a food delivery partner or a self-service partner to them, right? So yes, we are ready to do that as well. In some restaurants, I mean, you can basically see, right, in restaurants, there are two types of restaurants. One is you go and wait in the table where the server comes and serves you the food. The other part is, yes, you're going to pay it and show the bill and you can take the food. Yes, we can do that as well in terms of these, the retail industries, like, as I mentioned, McDonald's, right? So you can keep over those burgers there when you connect it to your kitchen or something, so that it is going to get refill, and in the end of the way, the users or the visitors can come over there, tap it, pay it, and get those foods and everything. So yes, we are ready to do that, and yes, of course, we are already, there are some few projects which is in pipeline in terms of doing this as well. So we are open for everything, and I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what is about. So all in all, the take is, yes, it is going to be one platform with multiple use cases and multiple systems with one partner as a techies, which will be able to support you. So again, IT without the QS, I think we have already spoken about this. So in what, how many number of days which you can see these benefits? Yes, there are a lot many ways, but I can guarantee you in 30 days you can see, how your internal systems is getting improved and how your employee experience is getting increased, right? So that's what the core thing about it. And yeah, I think I covered everything. Right. So I see there are a few questions as well, but I'll answer it. But before that, I would
Yeah,
like to. Yeah, then yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Ramesh, thank you so much. That was truly incredible and a clarifying presentation. In fact, to be honest, even I wasn't aware about all these services and all these customized facilities available by our vending machines and smart lockers. It was truly enlightening and clarifying too. I hope all the respected joinees of this webinar were also able to get an idea about what our IT vending machines and smart lockers were about. So, as Ramesh just said, we also have about 100 plus ecosystems to deliver these products into a global outreach to make sure that it reaches all of you, easily accessible to all of you. And when it comes to the Q&A, I can already see people curiously questioning. So yeah, over to you to answer all those questions.
Yeah, thank you, Danya. So what I would like to request is just to have it interacted session. We have a small, question and answers, which feel free to. I mean, I would request each one of you to participate in it, and we have our team has also some set of vouchers which we can provide to the attendees who's updating that with the correct answers. So I would request each one of you to participate in this pool, and let's get this started and followed with the Q&A. So it's gonna be 10 questions. So I would request everyone's active participations. Yes, thank you everyone for the participation. I think by end of the session, we should be able to publish this, and our team will share these vouchers. So yes, I have seen some few of the questions.
There are also people raising their hands. I think they want to ask it through audio,
Yeah,
maybe. There are
yeah,
people
sure.
raising
There
their
is
hands.
there are two questions. So let me answer this and come back. Then yeah, just give me a minute. So about these IP KVM switch made, yes, we can. I mean, certainly I can come back to you with the IPM KVM switch and models and everything. But as I mentioned, we are open for whatever methods which you choose, which should have a capability to, make sure the device is being connected from a boot level perspective, right? So that's what we are aiming for. It could be not a KVM switch, or even if it could have even if you have an Intel EMMA subscription, also we should be able to do that. Or tools like CAR, AR with Xerox or Go to LiveLens, something. So we should be able to take that tools as well. Yes, it is of course Cisco WebEx compatible. Not only for Cisco WebEx, yes, we have compatible with all the leading tools and subscriptions. Yeah, Harsh, please tell me
Hey,
a
hi,
question.
Ramesh.
Hi, Harsh.
Thanks for the session. I had a question regarding these machines, smart lockers. So are these
Right.
developed and managed by you, or are these sourced by and wrapped around and then provided by you?
No,
How are these managed?
No, it is completely managed by us, Harsh, as I mentioned, starting from the production facility, the manufacturing, shipping, wrapping. Say like, if you want to label it with whatever identity which you want, we should be able to do it from our facility. So end to end, we are not dependent on any of the any of the vendors or something. It is completely managed by Techies.
Okay. And how are these charged to the client? Like one-time maintenance, one-time cost maintenance,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
how it
yeah,
is
yeah.
charged?
As you have seen in my presentation itself, right? There are 10 ways which you can engage with us. One is, in case if you are purchasing it as a capital, as a complete suite, yes, it comes up with an annual maintenance charges where you can consume our services, support, and everything. Yeah, I believe some 6 visits or 8 visits in a week in an year, but with unlimited remote support as well. So that's one. But apart from that, you have OPEX facility, on demand facility, pay per use, or there are multiple ways. Which we I mean, post this session also we'll be sending you this presentation along with an assessment link as well, part of a web page, so that I will make sure these details are posted there as well.
Okay. Along with that, can you also share the pricing for these first? That is possible.
Yeah, I can give you a general ballpark pricing of these devices. And in case if you have any requirements, we would request you to let us know what is your requirement. So because these products which we are, I mean, what I'm the price which I'm going to give you is about the normal systems what we give it to the IT companies. But in case if you have something on your mind, like this is my use case or this is the industry which I'm targeting, we would request you to provide your requirements, not a complete requirement. Just give me some ballpark numbers, or say like this is my requirement in a draft stage, and we can provide you that pricing as well.
Sure, sure. So, okay, I'll reach out accordingly. But right now, I just wanted to know ballpark.
Sure, sure, definitely, Harsh. Yeah.
Any more questions from anybody?
I have posted one question in the chat. If you can please check that.
I've also posted some questions, so just have a look. But anyway, it's an interesting session. The thing is that I'm from HCL and we are already using the similar technology. So wanted to see most on the costing part because that's something where going to attract me. Apart from you already answered that KVM switches, not only KVM switches, but also you are open to all the other platform. That's good to know. Uh, I also want to understand what are your compliance that I think you are mentioning something, but that's something also I want to see when you send an email, especially on the compliance part, because and how because most sometime customer don't allow us to use their SSID or their environment, right? So if that's not allowed, then how will the complete smart locker will be connected? So and
Yeah,
how you can make a interest that the data are being safe. So that's something which is pretty much required.
sure, Arup. I mean, I think while we are responding, we are also provide you with our platform as well, which you can just log in and see how it works. Right? It is basically, I mean, yes, there are some customers where they can provide the feasibility in terms of integrating to their systems, but sometimes it is not. So in that time, in those cases, you can use it as a standalone device with the own application and software as well. But if they want some customization, we are ready to do that. For example, if you're supplying the device to the European countries, the GDPR process and everything which it comes in. So yes, we can sit, understand what is their compliance standards, and we can modify according to that.
And the logistic and everything, it will be taken care by Teceze itself, right? You have your warehouse and all, so that can be taken care by you guys, right?
Yes, exactly. We are already serving our logistics and warehouse across globally. So we leverage those warehouses and logistics, and we should be able to deliver it as well.
Yeah, that's the main challenge what we see currently because I'm already implementing this solution to a lot of my customer. As I said, that we already have this solution. But the main challenge is especially in the costing. The initial first year costing is very high, obviously because of the implementation and all, right? Which obviously sometime put customer on a back foot, saying that why we are going to invest so much of the money. But obviously later it will be a very much lesser. So as you said that you have a multiple model option, I think that will be going to be trendsetter, because if we have a space as you go or something like that. But anyway, you need to install the smart box there, right? So that something on the implementation cost will be there, right? Or you said that if I go for a pay as you go model or other OpEx as a model, then that cost will be not be there, or that will be there.
Of course, Saurabh. I get you your point. So how this model works, right? Yes, I understand. There is a problem, or there is a high cost in terms of when you're going for one device. But what I'm requesting you is, what typically we do is we put a contract with some of our customers, right, where we will get the forecast from them. For example, if they're working on an RFP, or say, like, they have a solution. Okay, I understand HCL has a solution, and each one of them has a solution. So what I would request is, if you can inject this our solution, our smart serve solution as part of your things, and if you could give us a forecast of what is that we are aiming to these scenarios, let's work our price according to that. Okay, we don't need to, because the cost will rise when you talk on a transactional basis, but when we talk on a forecasting basis, right? Yes, this is my forecast, and this is my expectation, and this is what we are going to meet. Let's sit and do that work, and we can formalize the pricing accordingly, so that you also win, I also win, and it is a win-win case for both of us.
Yeah, certainly that's something we can discuss. But normally, we try to put what we call in our language as SSH, but here you are going smart sub local. So normally we put this for this, especially for the on-site engineers, like, and depending upon the our solution model, like this kind of model works very well for the cluster locations or for the dispatch. So obviously, as you said, that volumes are pretty much required. Yeah, I can provide you that. The only thing is I'm requiring from the how effectively costing are you into, because if that is been challenged, then I think I will up and go with you guys, because and also did you did some any POC in any of your customer? You can share some case study, like where you recently implement your smart box locker in any
Yes,
bigger
yes,
customer.
yes, Sarup. We could definitely share that.
Hope that is not HCL. Okay, I need apart from the HCL.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
of
you.
course. Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions from anybody else?
Yes, there is one question from Sanjay. Like, for an onboarding
Yeah.
scenario, user is expected to leave his her laptop in the smart locker. How do you confirm if the user has actually left the laptop in the slot? Yes, very interesting question. Yes, we have done it for a manufacturing customer, Sanjay, about the same thing. So they have asked, like, if a user is coming and dropping the laptop, how we are going to verify your asset ID, whether he is placing the right laptop or not, how we are, leaving to the user. Yes, that is also a scenario which we have seen. Yeah, but what we have done is, that's a more critical manufacturing customer. So what we have actually placed a sensor in each of these boxes to read their assert IDs. Okay, so once a user is placing their laptop, we will read this assert ID, right, and we will cross verify this assert ID according to the user where the laptop has been assigned. And once it has been approved, auto approved, or once it is approved, then we will give the get pass to these visitors or contractors or employees. So that's how we have managed it.
Okay, and it's always one laptop per slot, right? They can't put multiple
Yes,
laptops
if
in
it
one
is
slot.
laptop, it is one laptop. Yeah, if it is laptop,
Okay.
it is going to be one laptop. So that is what, Sanjay, I'm just trying to say. So it is based on each and every use case. So today you have a use case in terms of, yes, I wanted to validate each and everything. Maybe it's a very secured environment, but there could be another environment where they just need it as a standalone device, or just a box with a digital locker embedded to it, so that they can store all these devices. So we can customize this accordingly. We can go to the complete extent, or we can sell it as only as a product as well. So that's the advantage which I wanted to convey.
Okay, good. Thanks.
And one
Thank you.
quick thing, Ramesh, with my prior experience. So just check, as I know it's a customizable, okay, and even the compartments can be customized from how many numbers were required, like right from the 10 to 25. That's something you can do it. But just see on the visibility of your KVM switch, if that network power distribution for this KVM connectivity inside, each and every compartment, like multiple compartment connected. Currently, what we have in the current market scenario, it's connected to a single one or a couple of one, right? But we need, multiple one. If that can be done or customizable, it will be easier for me. I hope you
Sure.
get it what I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah. I got it.
So-
I got it. Yeah. Thank you. Sure. All right. Any more questions? Okay, then I
If
think
it's that's all, yeah, Ramesh, do you want to continue? Do you want to say something?
no. I think yeah. I mean, if it is done, then I thank each one of you for your participation. And I understand it is already 8 minutes delayed, so thank you for your
Yeah.
participation, and we look for your further collaboration. And post this call, our team will be sharing you an email with the details about along with an assessment as well. And post this meeting, we will also circulate the answers and who are all the winners, right, so that they can get their vouchers on their emails. So thank you
Yeah.
again. Thank you again for all your participation. Yes.
Yes, yeah, Ramesh. Just like Ramesh said, we also have an announcement to make here. So, post this webinar, there will be a URL or a link shared. So, those who want to know more about our products and services, those who want to clarify their queries more, or to get a demo about our products, you can just register to the URL which will be shared post webinar, which will be truly useful for both of our ends to make sure that we have a conversation and a demo regarding what we provide, what we serve to our clients. And just like Ramesh said, I would like to thank every one of you again for making this session truly meaningful with your gracious presence and precious time. Thank you so much for joining. And please do approach or register through the link for the free demos. Thank you again, everyone, for making it meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramesh. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.